Hey, it's Teapot, and welcome to day 2 of going through the Copper Age. So I've been doing a little bit of work in here. I've been trading with piglins, doing some of the stuff off screen that, is boring, no one really wants to see done. And I've been trying to get blackstone, because blackstone's kind of hard to get. You have to find pockets of it in nether. And I also went and scrounged some villagers. I've tried to get some of the villagers from each of the locations. So I've got a desert villager that I've found. I bred a swamp villager in here and got them set up, and they've got some pretty nice enchantments. I did the thing where you break the lectern and replace it over and over again until you get what you want. So this guy is my mending villager. This guy is my protection 4 armor villager. This is my infinity villager, and this is my silk touch villager, and he happens to do silk touch twice. I'm going to go ahead and go into the nether real quick. I had to make it like this because otherwise the villagers can get stuck in the wall and suffocate. But if I look over here where I do my 3 little piglins trading thing, and I go down to my hopper, you'll notice I have this. Now, keep in mind that dried gas does have a 3% chance of spawning when you do trading. So I've acquired a dried gas. So I've been doing the piglins for trying to get access to the blackstone, but now we have a dried ghast. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rest of this stuff we got from trading. Of course, I made that hopper so that my piglins wouldn't get mad at me and start shooting me if things happen. I found a couple other piglins and just put them in a boat to keep them separated. Cool. So that's what I've been doing, and then I've just been tidying up areas in here as I've been filling this up with villagers. And as I've been doing this, I've been acquiring cats, because that's how cats do when you AFK in a village. And I've been AFKing and gathering iron to trade for the books that I'm going to be getting. So that's the plan. I'm going to continue to do some AFK stuff and deal with the Endermen that just magically pop up. I'll be back in a bit.
So I've been aging some copper down here, as you can tell, because it's easiest, I think, to have everything kind of aged as far as it can go, and then you shave it down to whatever age you want. And of course, I've been using my guys downstairs who sell stone axes as the quick way to get all that getting all that copper down to a level of reasonableness. But I've made some tweaks up here on this level. Primarily, I've added these chests down here, and each one of these chests have some of the contents that you would expect. So these are all my nether items. So you see all the nether brick stuff there. You see dripstone stuff here. And the idea is that back behind here, I'm going to go ahead and shear this guy to make a one of those goblin things, and this whole back way, he'll be able to get stuff out of this chest, which I'll have access to, and he'll be able to stuff items into all of these chests. So I'll have one down here at this end. Now that I've used up my stone, let's go ahead and put that back and put some plain stone down here. I have another one down here at this end. It's going to take care of the cobblestone bricks and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and just take a stone out. And then on this end, I have another one over here that's going to be taking care of all of my soil, so dirt and mud and so forth. So I should be able to lock that up. Should be able to get my shears out. Do I have shears? I thought I had shears on me right here. So now if I come down here and I shear the pumpkin, I thought I could be able to shear the pumpkin here, or do I have to do some... Let's do this. Let's get down on this level so I can shear the pumpkin. There we go. And we've got a copper golem. Probably should have done him... Let's go ahead and shine him up a bit. I'm going to need to wax him eventually. But anyway, what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to take some of this items in here and just kind of dump them in this chest. And then he should take the items in this chest and put them in the appropriate chests in there. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Let me go ahead and dig down There we go. And I'll be able to put dirt in there. And then we'll do the same thing over here. And share this. So the idea is that now I have these little golems that are going to be sorting things for me. It's going to make my life a whole lot easier. I probably will have to go back at some point and shine them. You can hear he's already trying to go through. He's already taken 16 of these cobblestone, but cobblestone's not on this end. I'm actually going to want to put stuff like the cobbled deep slate. That's the stuff that he's actually going to be able to manipulate. And so he's kind of stuck in the, I can't put stuff there. But if I go over here, and put some cobblestone in there, then he'll be able to take stuff out of the cobblestone and put stuff in there. And similarly, if I get the nether rack, put that over here, then he should be able to take the nether rack from this chest and put it in the corresponding chest down here. Of course, I've been continuing to harvest my nether wart, so I can do some brewing. And I've also set up a little snow golem station over here, so I can get whatever snow I want. Either I can use a silk touch shovel to get snow layers, or I can get snowballs if I use a regular shovel, which I happen to just have stored over here. Over here is my color workshop, so I have the raw materials to make different colored glasses or terracottas or concretes. I've got all the different concretes and terracottas that I've made so far. I've got a box full of dyes that I've got over here, stuff to make dyes, and then banner stuff, as well as some of the ominous banners that I've collected so far. But yeah, we're gonna set this up so that our iron or little copper golems are going to be sorting for us and making our life easier. You can see that he's currently searching in those chests, trying to find where to put the stuff that he wants. And we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. Good job. The other thing that I did is that I've actually made some excursions into the nether and gotten quite a bit of blackstone. So now our room down here that we have all of our villagers is nice and blackstoned up. Got blackstone walls to give it some texture. I've got these barrels, of course, with all the nether products that I've been getting and bringing them back. And just eventually I've got a spot here for a 5th villager as soon as I get a special villager back. I want to get a villager that has efficiency 4 or efficiency 5. That's probably going to be my next target for this spot. So we'll be working on that.
So one other thing that I wanted to talk about, I've got a little closed off area down here, and I'm going to set aside some of these, go ahead and move that torch a little bit. So I'm going to create some more of these iron golems, or excuse me, the copper golems. But I'm going to do so using the heavily oxidized. And notice that it creates these little oxidized golems, and you'll notice already one of them has already kind of frozen in place. Now these ones that are frozen in place, I can take my axe and kind of polish them down, but they're not going to turn back alive until they're already in the untarnished state, and then I do one more right swipe, and then they become a normal golem, and then he'll start looking in chests as well. You'll notice that several of these other golems have already started their oxidation journey. And so what I can do with these golems is if I pick up these little, what they're called golem statues, you notice that they don't stack very well. And the reason they don't stack is because they have different positions. If I right click on them, what I'm going to notice is that they're going to change positions. There are 5 different positions that you can have them in. So I can go ahead and get them kind of all in that same position. By the way, although the time that I was doing this, you'll notice a couple of these other golems have already petrified. And I did have one that escaped, but he didn't get very far. So I'll get him in just a moment. What I can do then is I can go ahead and get these chests. And of course, I've mentioned before that I like to have the copper in the fully oxidized state, so I can keep these chests in oxidized state and just polish them as I need. Looks like we got a couple more golems that have reached the state. So we're down to our last golem, this one copper golem here. I'll go ahead and kill him. And of course, when they die, they leave a couple of pieces of copper behind. I'm going to go ahead and take that chest. I'm going to go ahead and take these copper golems and make sure that they're all in this state so that they'll stack nicely. Looks like this one is in the running state. Want him to stack properly. And then I've got one more that's kind of in this jumping jack state. And then I got the golem that tried to escape and just didn't. So now I've got a collection of these iron golems that I can use and kind of decorate however I want with them. I can use them as decoration. I can use them as little statues. But that's kind of where I wanted to end things. I did actually purchase a Trial Explorer map. And what's really nice about this is that in our next episode, we're actually going to go and explore this little trial ruin that's kind of off to the west of our house. So we're going to do that next time. Once again, this is Teapot. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.